Alright guys, Bomber Carl here. We're at Mineral Springs disc golf course here in Owatonna, Minnesota. We're gonna kind of be doing a little course preview, showing off the course. It's a beautiful course. Probably in the long layout, probably the hardest 9-hole course in all of Minnesota, in my opinion. But we're here starting at hole 1. There is like a small river that runs through. We'll be showing you some footage of that later. 208 feet, you can see the basket. It is not an island, but it is on a little circle gravel patch over there. There is a creek. The river does run right in front of it, so you really want to make sure you get over. I think for today I'm just going to be throwing the special blend of the mush butt, the rot. There's a slight crosswind, so this is the first of the day warm up. Make sure we can get it over there. And we're in the circle. I think I just stood right in the way of that. Did I? All right guys, so we're walking up here to hole 1. I just kind of wanted to talk through like my switch to Doomsday. I think that it's really cool that they're a small company. I think that, you know, I've been, all right. All right guys, so I thought I'd talk about my switch to Doomsday as we're walking over here to my first shot, but I have primarily been an Innova thrower my whole life. I've been playing 8 years now, and I made a small switch to Discraft for a little while with the Buzz and a few other staple molds like the Force. But when I found out about Doomsday, I was just so curious as to what they're about, and I love the fact that they're a small company that's, you know, getting a big name for themselves with some of their crazier discs, but don't let that fool you. Their main lineup, which I believe they have 25 molds that have been approved by the PDGA, they are amazing. Like, they are genuinely great flying discs. And I mean, hopefully I can kind of showcase that to you guys today. So we're just gonna go down here and tap out the first shot, hopefully for birdie. All right guys, so this is where the drive landed off hole 1. Like I said, 288 feet, so just tap this out for birdie. There we go. On to hole 2. All right guys, so we're walking up to hole 2, and I actually made a mistake. So this was a 9-hole course. This is now a 10-hole course, so hardest 10 holes in all of Minnesota. I will say today though, sadly they have them all in the shorts, so we won't be able to showcase how hard it is from the longs, but still we'll be able to showcase how amazing this course is. Here at hole 2, I would gauge is probably about 280 feet up the hill. You can come over here, take a look real quick. You can kind of see the tee pad. You can come over here, look at the line. So pin is straight ahead of us right through that gap. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the Despair, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how it flies. We threw the shot, got a little lucky, kick off the tree. We slid up right here. We're about 15 feet away. So go ahead and tap this out with the rock. And there we go, on to hole 3. All right guys, so we're here at what was hole 2, but it now is hole 3. It's way down there, 485 feet, and actually in the longs, it's over 500 feet. Straight out there, not really much danger on either side. Woods left, there's a small river that runs through on the right, so nothing really dangerous. I'm gonna be throwing the special stamp, black and white, really, really cool. We're just gonna go ahead and mash one out there and see what we can do. Yeah, so that should be putting, hopefully. All right guys, so I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but this is a par 4 on U-disc. Obviously this is a very reachable par 4 if you have a good arm, but yeah, we're here. We landed about 30 feet from the basket, so we're gonna see if maybe we could get the eagle. So here we go. Here we go. So we got the eagle there. So 4 down through 3. So one thing I wanted to highlight as we move on to the next hole real quick, Mike Jindra runs the league here in Owatonna, River Rock. And if you guys ever get the chance to come out here and be a part of that, highly recommend it. It's a very, very awesome community here. They do their best to work with the city to update the park and keep it clean. Also, they do a great job with the tags, doing special tag events for the members and things like that. Very, very awesome league. So if you guys get the chance, I recommend getting out here, being a part of the league. Guys, so we are pulling up to hole 3, what is now hole 4. 255-foot shot just across the river. You can see the basket right there if you turn around, camera girl. Not too hard of a shot. All right, guys, we're gonna be using the Glow Despair. Here we go. A little short, but that'll do. Let's go. All right, guys, so we're coming up hole 4. Good drive. We landed just short. Tap it in for 5 under for 4. On to the next. All right, guys, we are here on hole 5. Well, it's hole 4, but now it's the hole 5. So tee pad's up there, basket right there. You might not be able to see it because it's behind that tree. There you go. So we're gonna get the camera girl to go down there and get a cool angle. So I'll see you guys down there. So, as you can see, we landed, hit the tree a little bit, caused us to come up a little short, but we still have a putt to keep the round going. We're about 25 feet away, so let's see if we can make this on an elevated basket. What? All right, well, that's this one. You'll love a good old air ball. Here we go. All right.
Nope.
All right, guys, well, it just wasn't meant to be. First bogey of the round. That's all right. We'll blame it on the elevated basket. Moving on. Hole 5, 290 feet. As you can see, absolute tunnel shot. And again, today the course is not in its longest position. If it was, that would probably be another 100 feet farther. So we're lucky. I wish we could showcase the longs, but like I said, we're still gonna be having some fun. So 290 feet, we're gonna be using the Despair. We're just gonna try to get it going left a little bit. Hopefully it'll turn a little to the right and just finish right at the basket. So 290, a little long for this wide of a tunnel through with a mid, but we'll see what we can do. Well, we're down. Guys, so not exactly where we wanted to end up, but I know we are in high. We're looking for it now. It was a good shot. I just threw it on a little too much hyzer. Oh, hey. Well, we are way back here. Still got a good look at the basket. So, little deep, a little too much juju sauce on it. But we're gonna go ahead and see if we can make this putt. Kind of an obstructed putt.
Nope.
Oh, a little short. No worries. That was a tough little putt. Tough footing. Tough place to be. I like the drive. Just didn't hold out as flat as I wanted it to. Alright, make for par. Alright guys, so hole 6, new hole 7, 320 feet long. As you can see, straight down the tunnel. In its long format, it's down 60 feet to the left, so it's even harder. But we're going to be using the special blend PSYOP survival team stamp. So let's see what we're made of. Here we go. Oh wow, I mean, that's why you bag that disc, folks. I mean, absolutely perfect throw. Should be right under the basket. Let's go take a look. All right, guys, so absolutely pinned that. I mean, looked like it hit the pole. I'm not sure if it did, but you can go ahead and turn the camera. You can see tie off for the win. We absolutely pinned that. 30. On to the next. If you know, you know. All right, guys, so we are here at 7, new 8. From the long, 450 feet uphill, where it kind of comes to a V, the basket's sitting right in the middle of that. Very, very demanding. Hopefully it's a par 4. I'm just trying to get within like 80 feet. See if we can get up there. Have driven it before, but it's a demanding shot. Lots of guardian trees. All right, got past that big tree, so we'll have a look. All right, guys, so we made it up to the shot. Like I said, right about 80 feet, maybe 90. Uphill, got some guardians, low branches. So we'll just give it a run. Like I said, it's a par 4. Plays as a par 4, so we'll give it a good bid. A little Greg Barsby inspiration here. See if we can spin her in there. Here we go. All right, tap in birdie. That's about what you expect on this hole. Not too difficult, not too demanding. Pretty straightforward. The hard part really is getting through that initial gap, trying to dodge all the guardian trees. Once you're up here in this opening, it really is just a simple approach shot, tap in your birdie. Like I said, these low branches here, they can kind of get in the way. If you want to look over there, camera to the left is dead. It drops down like 100 feet. So you really don't want to get over there. Tap in birdie, on to hole 9. All right, guys, so we are on hole 9, old hole 8 from the long. Tee pads just inside the woods right there. Camera go, if you want to pan down the fairway, you can see the flags way down there on the hill. So we're just gonna play probably the premium rot and just hope that we can get out there left, or out there right, straight into the left. So we'll see what we can do. $275 feet. Here we go. That is really bad. Not the best shot, but hey, you know what? We're not perfect. Basket on the slope. Really tough shot here. But, you know, it's a casual round. We got to give it a little run. Here we go, a little soft bid. Sit. That was terrible. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. We got a long comeback, bud. Let's channel our inner
Kim Kardashian.
Kim, well,
In the video, she gets.
Here we go. Ah!
Don't drop that.
Oh. Walked away with a bogey. Like we said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. What are you gonna do? All right, guys. So as you can see, we're coming up to the last hole, new hole 10. This course might not look difficult on video, but the kind of shots that it demands, it can be really tricky. If there's any wind, if you're not feeling confident in your release, it's really easy to just miss lines here. for example, good example, hole 9 here, 270 feet. Camera girl, if you want to stand on the tee pad. It is a blistering tunnel, all downhill. Just off here, yep, right there, right where the camera girl's pointing. Those 2 trees on the right, it's just left of that. You can see the post there. So very demanding shot. All in all, today we didn't get to showcase how demanding this course really can be in the longs, but I hope that you guys can kind of get the gist of it. Like I said, big shout out to Mike, big shout out to the league here. They do an awesome job keeping the course beautiful. It is extremely well maintained. And of course we're playing it in the fall right now, but in the summertime, this course is absolutely stunning. When the water's high, it gives that element of danger. You know, you don't want to throw in the river, but there's always the chance if you hit a branch or it just slides a little too far. Like I said, for this shot here, you turn around, camera girl, there's a deer. There's a buck right there.
Oh, wow.
Big buck, small little guy. What's up, little guy? Look at those little antlers. Just another cool little aspect of the course, guys. You never know what you're gonna see. There's a little buck right there walking through the fairway. Cute little guy. Might be, what, 2 years old? Anyways, so like I said, guys, this course is beautiful. If you have the chance, come down to Owatonna. Check this place out, Mineral Springs, 9-hole disc golf park. Awesome shot. We're gonna get the last shot in, and then we're gonna cut to the outro. All right, guys, so we went ahead through the Luna on that one. Got a very lucky kiss off the tree. Hope the camera girl caught that. Elevated basket, guardian trees, water behind. Very, very tough hole. You don't want to throw it too far, but we're left here with our final birdie putt, so let's see if we can knock this down. I think that finishes us at like 6 or 7 under. So let's see what we can do here. All right, guys, so like I said, just want to give a huge shout out to the club here, the community. Awesome that the city itself is so supportive of the community. Up there on hole 9, I forgot to mention that they are putting in new tee pads to add new holes to this course. Really, really cool to see how much growth they can bring when the community comes together. The city helps. I mean, it's really, really a fantastic place to come disc golf. I really recommend you guys check it out. I appreciate you guys joining me today on this course preview. Please, if you guys get a chance, check out doomsdaydisc.com. Use my code BomberCarl to get 10% off. Please just follow my socials if you don't mind. I'd really appreciate it. Bomber.Carl on Instagram and on YouTube. BomberCarl on Facebook. It really helps me out to grow and to be able to bring you guys the content that I've always wanted to. And if you do like the content, give a like, leave a comment, and we'll hopefully get back to you in the next one. Thanks, guys.